Yo, what's going on, everybody? Good evening. Happy Sunday. It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little Manchester United rundown evening news video for you of all the latest transfer news and goings on at this football club. Do us a favour at the start of the show, everybody who's in here. Smash that like button, give it a big thumbs up on the video, share it on the internet somewhere, and also get yourself subscribed and in the live chat with the legends as well. Shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. James T, how's it going? Batman Night Fan, Scott Berg, Malps, Daryl, Stephen Carr, Naz786, Michael Craven, Anthony Okonkwo, Ibra Ghani, Assisi7, Jason Ewing, Philip Chapman, Rush Mano, The Kane, CZ Bam, Wiggy, Hoodstar, Azizi, Sue Hodrian, Eunice, Palmarius, Eddie Trooper, Scujo, Ghost, Mark Oliver, Olf793, Seriously, RJ, Eunice, Rob, Alex, Mr. Leo G, Ahmad Malakazadi, Disco Dave, Atihuri, and everybody else as well. Thank you very much for joining us for tonight's show. Yep, drop a like and have your say in the chat throughout the show. It's always interactive, so we do drop in and out of the live chat. We have some polls, some votes, some fun and games throughout the show, so get yourself involved. And a big Q&A at the end of the video as well, so hang about for that, and we'll get into everybody's questions and comments and things like that. And do as Alex says in the live chat, and like the video. Drop a little like on it, nice one. Okay. So let's get into it, folks. Manchester United have signed nobody yet. Still, Manchester United still haven't done any business just as of yet, in regards to unveiling or officially announcing a player. Hey, guys, maybe during this show, right? Could happen. If not, then, of course, Malacia is expected to be announced and unveiled tomorrow. So that's going to be our first signing, of course. But in regards to, like, the Frenkie de Jong situation, and, of course, any of the other players that we're working on, yes, we don't have a yes or a no or a date that these guys are coming in because, well, it turns out that United can't negotiate for toffee. And, certainly finding it difficult to get this Frenkie de Jong deal over the line. And maybe convincing Christian Eriksen. And maybe some of these situations have knock-on effects. Ronaldo wants to leave. Eriksen's looking on going, oh, shit. The rats are jumping ship. It's a shit show. Does he want to come? That's the question. So, it's not exactly the best situation right now. We're looking for, hopefully a few signings within the next week because we've got a tour to go away on the 8th of July. And if we don't have at least a few players in by then, well, it's been a completely pointless summer transfer window. We've done no business and we haven't improved the squad and we've failed to prepare properly. There's a little old saying, guys, one of my old bosses used to say to me, if you fail to prepare, then prepare to fail, my friends. You've got to put in the preparation. You've got to put in the preseason. You've got to get the signings that we needed. You've got to get all of these players in that we haven't replaced. You've got to get them in all before we go away on tour. Otherwise, we're going to struggle for the start of the season because we're going to have a bunch of players thrown together who don't know each other, who haven't worked under Ten Hag, who haven't been coached and had that experience of playing games together, that many games together. You've got to try and get them in as soon as possible to go away on the tour. So it's just an absolute nightmare. So let's have a look at the latest goings on at the club. So we can see, I've got a bit of information here for you guys tonight, which is interesting. So Malacia's agent here pictured at Carrington, the agent of Tyrell Malacia and Frenkie de Jong, Ali Dursun, pictured at Carrington today. And also Frenkie de Jong agent going past Old Trafford today there. So some reports that have come out this evening, 9:28 that was posted. And this one was posted in the evening sometime as well. So just some pictures there for you guys of the agent of Malacia there coming in at Carrington to do some business. He also, incidentally, is the agent of Frenkie de Jong. So, look, hopefully this is a good sign of things to come. Look, Malacia, we know he's had his medical today. And we know he's having his medical tomorrow as well. Extra, the second part of his medical tomorrow. So that is really what that's all about. Okay, the Frenkie de Jong stuff is coincidental there. If you ask me, maybe there'll be some convos. But at the moment, it's obviously all to do with Tyrell Malacia. And the fact that he is having his medical and the fact that he is signing for Manchester United. So, okay, the Frenkie de Jong stuff. Let's just, I guess... Do we have to talk about it, guys? Let's wait. Let's talk about other stuff to begin with. I can't stand talking about the Frenkie de Jong situation anymore. But listen, we're poised to confirm the arrival of Tyrell Malacia on Monday. That is the situation. So a few different outlets and a few different people reporting that, yes, tomorrow will be the day that we announce and unveil Tyrell Malacia. So let's get a hashtag Malacia in the live chat. So come on. Finally, we're signing a player. It's not good enough, though, guys. It's too little too late. We need to get all these other players in. The Frenkie de Jong situation is a debacle, my friends. How have we not done more business there? Right, let's talk about this then, folks. So Fabrizio Romano gave us an update a few hours ago in regards to the Frenkie de Jong situation as well. And, we'll just have a look for it because I don't have it right here. But we do have a bit of information about, the situation. This is what he said. He basically said the Frenkie de Jong situation, Man United and Barca agreed €65 million fixed fee, but still discussing on the €20 million in add-on structure. Personal terms never discussed. Frankie's priority has always been to stay at Barca. Salary reduction, very unlikely option on Frankie's side. So essentially, let's talk about Frankie, I guess, guys. Let's talk about Frankie. So in regards to Frankie, of course, what's happening there is, well, it seems like Barca are trying to either make it seem like Frankie's the bad guy for leaving, or, or they're trying to get him to lower his salary expectations much, much lower than he's on at the moment, which, let's face it, is a bit piss poor, isn't it? Let's be honest. I mean, here we go. Look at this. So, Frenkie de Jong's situation, United agree the fixed fee, add-ons and structure, personal terms never discussed. Frankie's priority's always been to stay at Barca. Salary reduction is very unlikely. I mean, what are they doing here, Barcelona? Are they taking the piss? I don't understand it. Joan Laporta, their president, coming out with these comments. He's not helping anybody, is he? I mean, basically, he's setting it up to seem like they've tried to keep hold of him, I guess. That's really where we're at with it. They're trying to keep hold of him, but really, they need the money, and they're going to sell him to Manchester United. And they're going to make it seem like, oh, they didn't really want him to sell him. It's Frankie's going, and he's decided to go, So, some bullshit like that, basically. These claims are not the most founded. Some people suggest that you should be relaxed about the situation with De Jong, despite Laporta's comments of not wishing to sell the guy, essentially because of all the talks that we've had and the fact that it has been more productive recently, and there's lots of people reporting that we've agreed a fixed fee and also add-ons for Barcelona. Well, we've already got an agreement in principle here, folks. We just need to iron out a few more of the details, which seemingly takes a fucking week at least before they can get a full-on agreement. So I'm not too worried about it, guys. I think Frenkie de Jong will come. Let's have a vote in the live chat, though. Will Frenkie de Jong stay or go? Will he stay or go this summer? Have your vote, have your say. Will he stay at Barca or will he go to Manchester United? Let us know. But I'm feeling pretty relaxed about it. I mean, we've got a Barca insider, Reshad Rahman, here, who says that he personally believes that what Laporta said yesterday about how they have no intentions of selling him, it's pretty obvious that not only are they active with talks with United, but there's an agreement on the guaranteed fee too. And, essentially we just need everybody's approval on it. And so you need to reach a final agreement. Stay, says the Hoot Man. Go, says Darryl. Go to United, says Batman Night Fan. Go, says Ruble. Stay, says Michael Craven. Go, says Neil Walker. Fair play, guys. Well, I think most people think that he probably will come to United, but there's no guarantees at the moment. Obviously, we're expecting that De Jong deal to be announced in the next few days, but we've been saying that for about a week now, and nothing has materialized and nothing has actually advanced beyond the point of, Fab's tweet this evening is essentially the same tweet that he tweeted a week ago. So nothing has really advanced to this stage. We're still ironing out these add-ons. Really? What's going on here, guys? Performance-based bonuses. I mean, how many is there, guys? What are they after here? I understand all parties have to be happy with the amount of add-ons, but we've already heard that it's a 20 million add-on structure. So it's just the structure of this add-ons that's holding the deal down, is it? What a load of old bollocks. I mean, what are the terms of the deal they can't agree on? So for every goal that Frenkie de Jong scores in the Premier League, you need to send us a fucking shipment of blue M&Ms. What is actually holding this deal up? I don't understand why it's so complicated and why they can't just agree stuff. I mean, obviously, personal terms have not been discussed yet. There are no discussions of that, and they haven't happened yet. Maybe there's been a few verbal conversations just to make sure that everybody's on the same page, everybody's on the same sort of ballpark in regards to the amounts of money that can be afforded here. But generally, nothing has happened in terms of personal terms, because that's going to be something that gets ironed out once the clubs have actually come to an official agreement, essentially. But as you see from Fab's comments there, look, Frankie's intentions and priority has always been to stay at Barcelona. And we can't really get away from that fact. He doesn't really want to leave Barcelona. It's his dream club. He's quite happy there. He's quite happy playing at Barca. And in his world, he doesn't really want to leave. So that is a bit of a concern. But as we've said many times, if they're prepared to sell him and they push him out, then Man United's prepared to take him. The salary reduction, let's talk about that for a second. So there are some reports that, of course, Joan Laporta commented yesterday and briefly mentioned, to sort of insinuate the fact that they are exploring options, and if it's down to him, Frenkie de Jong won't be going anywhere. But it's an economic situation as well, and of course that comes down to him being paid a shitload of cash at the football club. They're paying him a huge weekly wage, and they're essentially maybe going to go back to him and say, hey, look, Frenkie, even though you've progressed at the football club, you're one of the key players, you're in your prime, you're getting better. How's about taking a pay cut to £7.50 a week, lad? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, obviously that's not what it's going to be. I mean, I think La Liga rules say that you can only go down 50% of your wages. But let's just say they asked him to go down 25% of his wages. I mean, that's a lot of money. It's also quite insulting. Why are you getting it from him? Why are you getting it from him? Why not elsewhere? Is he not worth that then? Is that what you're saying? They can't afford it apparently, yet they can afford to sign players like Robert Lewandowski. You know what I'm saying, guys? So in regards to that, it's just an insult. It's just talk. Maybe they will be looking to try and reduce his wages, but he's not going to go for that, folks. He's not going to go for that because let's face it, it's an insult. So Frenkie de Jong, could he be coming to Manchester? Well, we'll pay him, guys. We'll pay him a reasonable amount of money, £200,000 a week, at least 250k a week. Reports suggest that the figure could be around 250,000 a week, but as Fab's confirmed here, personal terms have never been discussed in regards to the player and the club. Maybe there's been brief conversations, as I've said, where they've touched upon the subject of, hey, how much should we be looking to pay this guy? How much would you be looking to pay me? Etc. But that's as far as it's got. So let's just ask the live chat in regards to how much money you think that Frenkie de Jong is worth for Man United to pay every single week in pounds sterling. How much do you reckon we should be paying this guy? How much do you reckon, guys? He's on quite a hefty whack at Barcelona. Some reports have him as high as up to £300,000 a week. Depending on all sorts of different bonus-related stuff as well. So, 400 cases, Scott Berg. 150 cases, Sleep Tight. 300 cases, Rushmano. 250 a week, says Shubham Sandy and Neil Walker. 200 cases, Jason Ewing. I wouldn't go over 250, says Alex. Amit Kumar says 250. 350, says Connor. 350, says Batman. 250, says Shubham. Okay, so a few people are saying we should go 350. Sue Hodrian thinks so as well. And Johan van Angeren. Thing is, though, yeah, I mean, I agree with the guys who say they wouldn't go higher than 250,000. I think he's worth that to us right now. If you look at the structure of the club and what's happened, Pogba's gone on 300 grand a week. We don't want that situation again where we've got somebody who's, who's being paid too much money essentially for what they're putting in. I'm not saying that's going to happen to Frenkie. I believe Frankie's going to be a class player, but let's keep the wage structure in check. This guy should be on somewhere near, maybe a little bit more than the likes of, say, Bruno Fernandes, that sort of player for Manchester United. He's supposed to be one of our key players, but he's also, let's not get carried away and start paying him fucking 350 grand a week, guys. Then again, if it comes down to it and we're desperate to get our player, maybe this is going to be a super duper payday for Frenkie de Jong when it comes to personal terms. 275, says Triple J, but one thing's for sure, though, everyone, is that he can get more money, it looks like at the moment, at Manchester United. If they're talking about reducing the salary over there, well, I mean, that's a shit show. Rushmano says we got 111 likes. Get in there, my son. Too. Thank you, everyone, for dropping the thumbs up on the video. That's almost exactly a third of the legends we got in the chat right now. We could do better than that. Bacon Brigade, assemble! Do us a favour, everyone. Smash the thumbs up if you're just joining the stream. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the show as well. We're on our way to 60,000 subs. We're not that far away now. Get yourself involved. Hey there, Omar Abdikar. What's going on there? He says, and why do we hang on Ronaldo's departure when we have Rashford and Langer and Greenwood? Ooh, touchy subject. Why do we hang on his departure when we got Rashford and Langer and Greenwood? You just answered your own question. Greenwood's not available. He's in Wormwood scrums, lad, potentially. We've also got a big issue when it comes to Rashford being shit. And then, hang on a sec, Tony Martial's in the same boat. He's gastastic, man. So you've answered your own question, really. If Ronaldo's going to go, we'd have to sign our own players, bud. So we have to sign new players who are actually good, because those guys aren't going to smash in the goals that Ronaldo's going to smash in for you. No way. No such thing. Money talks, says the big guy. Yeah. Evening there, Dan Davey. What's going on? Elliot Manduna, Chris Parker. Yeah, thank you, Chris Parker. Says deploy the likes. Premar says personal terms equals image rights. Glazers want them. You see. Hey there, Love United, Hate Glazers TV channel. Love that, man. Welcome in the stream, Don. So just to clarify the Frenkie de Jong situation, folks, I mean, it's a frustrating one, but there are expectations that United are still going to persevere and progress with the deal and complete the deal at some point. That's the feeling at the moment. Of course, there is no guarantees of that. There's still things that it could fall down on, i.e. maybe Barcelona do try and get some sort of a reduction in wages for Frenkie de Jong. And if that is the case, then, well, if Frenkie de Jong wants to stay there for less money, well, fair play to him. If he's prepared to do that, if he's loyal to Barca to the point where he'd rather play for Barcelona for a lot less money than what he can get at United, fucking fair play to him then. Then he really doesn't want to come to United, does he? So we don't want that guy then. If he's prepared to take a cut at Barca just to stay there, he's obviously got that super loyalty, just not to us. And we're not interested in that. And why would he have it for us? To be fair, he's never played for us. But Barca is his dream club, and that's where he's at. So that's what does concern me about all this. If you were at your dream club and you didn't have to go, why would you? Maybe if you absolutely have to, but there's some reports recently that Barcelona have sold off some sort of TV rights, some sort of assets, and they were able to restructure some things financially to put them in a position where they don't necessarily have to sell some of these players, and they can actually maybe buy a couple of players. So, yeah, it's all just hearsay at the moment, but it does seem like they're prepared to play a little bit of hardball, maybe to squeeze a few more million out of United or some extra bonuses, whatever the case may be, and just squeezing and putting pressure on Manchester United. So Gerard Romero, the insider of Barca here, one of the insiders for Barca, reported that, in regards to Frenkie de Jong comments from President Joan Laporta, he said that Bayram Tatumlu, a close friend of Frenkie de Jong's representation company, HCM Sports Management, has said that Laporta knows Frenkie is going to leave at the end. So, really what this could be is just them setting up the situation that, they tried to keep Frenkie de Jong. They did their absolute utmost and their best to keep him, but oh no, we've had to sell him for 70 million, guys. Oh no, sorry Barcelona fans, we've lost our star player. This Don's gone. Sorry about that, but we tried our absolute best to keep hold of him. Oh, Frankie's a shithouse. They're trying to paint this sort of narrative, it seems. So we should be reasonably relaxed about it at the moment until we hear something more in regards to the de Jong deal falling down. But, I mean, really, the decision, it does largely stay with Frenkie de Jong also. If they do want to offer him a lesser wage to stay and play there, well, if he accepts that, then that's down to him, isn't it? It's up to him whether he wants to stay at Barcelona and reduce his wages, or if he wants to come and join Manchester United. That's really down to him. And I think it always has been down to him. And I don't understand how we've got to this point in negotiations, weeks and weeks and weeks, if he's not at least said he's interested in joining Man United, should we be able to reach an agreement. So we should remain pretty relaxed about this situation, folks. Don't worry. He essentially, look at this. This is from Joe Tomlinson on Twitter. It's just so he's on Sky Sports Football Daily, but it's just a tweet that we saw, and it says, he's got quotes: "We know you're on a long-term contract and earning the wage we offered you, but if you don't take a 60% pay cut, we're going to paint you as the bad guy in the press and then blame your departure on you." That's essentially what sort of narrative could be written for this situation here. Barcelona don't want to seem like they're quick to sell one of their good players just for the money, and they want to make it seem like they tried to keep on of him. That's what I think anyway, and that's what a few people are saying, is that we shouldn't be too worried about the deal. So we still think that Frenkie de Jong's going to end up at Manchester United, but it's going to take a long time. Fab said yesterday in response to a United fan who asked him about the situation, and he basically said these things take a long time. There's still an agreement in principle. Don't worry, but it's just taken a long time. There is some things to sort out. There's a lot of contract issues. So it's frustrating as hell, folks. It's frustrating as hell. Before we get on to, Martinez, Ronaldo, and etc., I'm going to get into the live chat for a few minutes, just see what you legends got to say for yourself in regards to the Frenkie de Jong situation, and also maybe Tyrell Malacia, as we mentioned a few moments ago as well. His agent, both their agents, so the agent of Tyrell Malacia and Frenkie de Jong, pictured at Carrington today. Of course, Malacia is the reason for it mainly. He is having a medical and was having a medical and is having a medical tomorrow. Gabe Moore, thank you very much for subscribing. JR Nakanuku, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button as well, my son. Really appreciate that. And I'm holding my thumb up here for one more. There isn't one. Guys, thank you so much for hitting the subscribe. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe. By the way, just take a second, guys, to get a cheeky little 59.6 in the live chat. So, come on. Thank you, everyone. We have smashed 59.6k subscribers today, which is absolutely unreal. Thank you, every single one of you legends, for being a part of this channel, new and old, all the legends for watching and getting in. Rory says he might want to leave, but no one will pay the wages he wants, says Rory C. Right, there you see, there you go. Sleep tight. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says, hey, Piggy, when does Man United kits drop? Okay, so interesting one on this one, pal. Thank you so much for the super chat. So interesting one. In regards to the kits, they were supposed to, I believe, be unveiled and be available on the 1st of July, which, as you know, is a couple of days ago. And then I believe they were postponed and pushed back to the 8th of July. Now, you can read into a couple of things. This was yesterday or the day, obviously the day before it was due to come out. So, like, the 31st has been delayed. It's been pushed back a week. And there's various reasons for that. Man United haven't signed a single player, for a start. Secondly, Ronaldo, maybe they got wind of the Ronaldo news wanting to leave the football club. And so what they've done is, oh, shit, we better not, just in case Ronaldo does go, shit, we better let everybody, this better get out there first before we, get everybody buying Ronaldo shirts and then he leaves in a week's time. So I think they've delayed it for those reasons, maybe because we haven't signed any players. I personally think they wouldn't be too worried about that from a commercial standpoint, though, just because, well, let's face it, Ronaldo's still at the club, who's a big name, who's going to shift all the shirts anyway, who everybody's going to buy a Ronaldo shirt. So because of that, I don't think it would have mattered, but certainly the Ronaldo situation would affect it if that's going to happen. They've had to delay it. So I think that's what happened anyway. So it seems like it was arranged for the start of the month and they've delayed it by a week. I believe that's the case, guys, unless I'm wrong. So, but yeah, so it's Gerard Romero also said that within, and to quote him, he said, within Barcelona, there's still a belief that De Jong will end up leaving. So just essentially to quote what he, said there as well, really, it's like in the end, Laporta knows Frenkie de Jong is going to leave. So they are doing the business. They are obviously playing the hard ball. They are saying these things in the media to maybe squeeze a little bit more out of United to try and get us to do the deal quicker, maybe. And to also paint themselves as the White Knights here, as people trying to get the player to stay. And if he does stay, he's probably staying on less money. But realistically, if he goes, they can try and save some face by saying they tried to keep hold of him and then paint him as the bad guy. Fair play to you, John Dime Kune says, bye, Anthony. Maybe they want to get De Jong in first, says Mark Oliver. Well, they need to get this guy in immediately, don't they, is what they need to do. I mean, with his agent being there and stuff, we could have had a cheeky little conversation for a start, I don't see why not. Hey there, Chip Douglas. How you been, man? I haven't seen you for a little bit. I hope you're good, bud. Bye, Anthony. Our club is full of poison. It's like we're slowly dying from a snake bite, says Darren Story. Wow. Angel Di Maria's managed to chop one on us, says he. Crikey. Laporta's a melt, ZX Flames. I agree with you, my friend. Anthony will cost a lot of Wonga. You're damn right, Nick Nack. You're damn right. Too much money, really, if we've got all these other areas of the team to strengthen at the minute. Zayn Miassi, by the way, sorry, I missed your super chat there. Zayn Miassi, thank you so much for getting in it with a super chat. Crikey, can we get an Arsenal emoji in the live chat, guys? Whatever you think is appropriate for Arsenal, because he's an Arsenal scummer. And this is what he's got to say for himself. He says, Piggy, Chelsea are going to get De Jong and Ronaldo. Oh, put a fucking sock in it, Zayn. He says, Tielemans has agreed terms with us. Why don't you sign Serge Gnabry? Pep might be getting it. Tielemans has agreed terms with you. What terms are these, mate? I agreed to turn down Arsenal last minute and sign for Manchester United. Is that the terms that he's agreed with you, pal? You're talking shite, Zayn Miassi. Why don't you sign Serge Gnabry? Pep might be getting him. Serge Gnabry's a good option as well. You could do a lot worse than Serge Gnabry too. He's a good player. Nothing wrong with Serge Gnabry. You know what I'm saying? I think he's okay. But no, not really on our agenda right now. Saying thanks for offering him around, though. And in regards to what you said about Ronaldo, De Jong going to Chelsea, what a load of old shite that is. For a start, Ronaldo's not going to be going anywhere else in the Premier League. We wouldn't let that happen. Not for all the tea in China, I think, mate, to be fair. And then in regards to the other player you mentioned, De Jong, come on now. There were some reports that Chelsea are lurking. They're lurking and jerking in the shadows there, waiting for a chance to pounce, apparently. But I don't think that's true, mate. I don't think that's true. I mean, we're the only club that is actually negotiating with Barcelona at the moment. We know that. We're the only club that's negotiating with Barcelona at the moment. Doesn't mean that somebody else can't enter the race near the end. You are right. But yeah, Zayn Miassi talking absolute steaming steamers there, in all fairness, in the chat. Nice one, saying thanks for your super chat though, boss. Let's get a Sue in there. Yeah, you're right. Scott Berg says Zayn is a generous guy. He's a very generous guy. He's a very supportive guy. And he's also a very delusional person. But we love Zayn Miassi around here. Shout out to you, Zayn. Nice one. Hey, we're nearly at 200 likes, folks. Please do smash the like up, boost us up on the YouTube algorithm, and have your say in the chat. I'm going to just read a few more out on the De Jong situation, and then we're going to cover the rest of the United news for the other players we're discussing, a bit more on Malacia. We'll get into Ronaldo. We'll get into the latest on Martinez as well. Yes, Robert Norlin says, yo, Pig, any new Ronaldo news? We'll cover that in a little bit, actually. I'm just going to read a few things out about De Jong, see if anybody is got anything to say there. But so Ray UK says, Barcelona are going to release right back Massa. Well, you got a free transfer. Should Man United take on a free one-year deal? Who the fuck is that guy, mate? Pig, will there be an FPL league this season with the rest of the Bacon Brigade? Definitely, Chip Douglas. I will get that going again, pal. So I'll just reinstate the league from last season. So if anybody's already in it, you should technically be on there, I don't know if I have Vincent Bullock, actually. No, please, if there's anything news-related, though, please send it to Rush Marno. Berber, what's going on, mate? Welcome in the stream as well, you legend. And Jonathan Gallagher, how you guys doing? Yes. Right, okay, so, so hopefully Frankie gets done, folks, very soon. Hopefully we can call him a United player within the next week before we go away for the tour, but it's looking less and less likely. Time frame wise, that all these things can go through pretty quickly once there's an agreement in place. So if United and Barca do officially announce that they've reached an agreement, then really it could be done in a matter of a week or less than that, even a few days. It just has to be decided on the finalizations for the wages and agent fees, and then of course you have to have the medical and exchange paperwork, so it probably will take about a week from the point that it's actually officially agreed. We've got an agreement in principle apparently right now, but that is not exactly the same thing. So these clubs need to flash out these last final clauses and performance related bonuses that are supposedly slowing down the deal, because that's what Fabrizio Romano says is the situation there. I mean, just in regards to De Jong, just if you get it in, there it is. So look, personal terms never discussed. Frankie's priority is to stay at Barca, but United and Barca agreed a 65 million fixed fee, but still discussing the 20 million euro add-on structure. So that's basically where we're at with Frankie. It's very frustrating, but we'll just have to try and hope that what Joan Laporta said yesterday is just a smokescreen, and they're just trying to make it seem like they don't want him to go, when in fact they're the ones who are sort of orchestrating the deal and pushing this guy out to make a bit of cash. Also, senior sports scientist David Kelly has left Man United after 12 years with the club. So, interesting. Another departure there in the backroom staff, guys. That's what's come out this evening. Right, let's get into Ronaldo then, folks. Let's talk about Cristiano and the situation here. Oh, it's very frustrating, isn't it, guys? I mean, Ronaldo, essentially, the situation hasn't changed too much. We know that, of course, Ronaldo has said that he wants to leave Manchester United, or there's a feeling that the ambition that he has is not being matched at Manchester United, and so therefore he's looking for a new club, a club that can give him those trophies, that can give him Champions League football. Zamiassi says, Pig, what game will be your meltdown? Will it be Brighton like last time, or Liverpool, or both, says Zamiassi. Zane, I think you're going to see a different Manchester United against Brighton. You know how we got drubbed up 4-0 against Brighton last time we played them? Just before the end of the season, they outpossessed us off the park. Really, we should be seeing a totally different Man United side to that one, Zane. We should have a few players. We should have a totally new midfield. We should have a much better team. We should also be playing a much more competitive possession-style football. It's not going to happen overnight. We've only got pre-season to work on it until the 7th of August, right? So over the next month, we can work on a few games and try and play a little bit more possession, a little bit more towards what Ten Hag's trying to do, possibly. It's not going to happen overnight, though. Certainly, I don't think we'll be anywhere near the sort of stylistic team we will be, give it in a few months' time, at the start of the season. It's just not going to happen. But look, I think we'll see a different United versus Brighton. I think we'll see a different setup. We won't let them have so much of it that time. That's if we've got a new midfield. That's if we have signed players like Frenkie de Jong. If we haven't, then it's going to be more of a shit show. If it's going to be the same. If you've got Fred and McTominay, they can't pass. They can't keep hold of the ball, mate. It's a hot potato for those guys. They'll just erratically pass it around, give it to the opposition. And a team like Brighton, even who are really comfortable with possession and passing team, they will have your way with you. So United need to get the players into control that midfield, such as the likes of Frenkie de Jong. I would love Tielemans as well at the football club. I don't see any good reason why United can't go and sign those guys. Both of those guys. Joe Snow says this De Jong thing is Fabregas all over again. That's what I'm saying. We'll end up with one player Ten Hag wants and And, oh shit, sorry, it's going quickly. Ten Hag knows, and that's it. Hope not, but it certainly feels like that. Interesting. So you think it's going to be like the Moyes summer window as well, where he basically just goes and gets one player from his previous club near the end of the window and doesn't really get anybody else. I mean, we'll see, won't we? I mean, I think it's reasonably likely we get a lot of players in here. Oh, thank you, Berber, for putting a link to the channel in there. Nice one, mate. I'll pin that to the top. Thank you, Bud. Yeah, it's quite likely that Manchester United sign multiple players this summer, even if the Glazers don't want to. Of course it is, mate. We literally had 6 go out in the summer, dude. So this isn't an ordinary summer. This isn't a summer where you can rest on your laurels. This is a summer where you have to invest. And if you don't invest, you're just going to get even weaker, because we've had 6 people go out, 6 top players on big money leave the football club. So it's just not realistic, unfortunately, dudes. Yeah, James T says, I'm not expecting anything even if we make all these signings, because everyone else has strengthened as well. Spot on. So even if we did sign a new forward player, even if we did get a couple of good midfielders in, well, Manchester City won the league and they signed Haaland. Liverpool came second, a point behind them, and they signed Darwin Núñez. And so therefore, yeah, all the other teams have got better. Chelsea are signing players now. Arsenal will sign players. Newcastle are signing players. Tottenham are signing players. So you're absolutely right, bud. Even if we do all of the business we're expected to do, crikey, we could still be behind. It depends who we sign. It depends what sort of business we do and how they take to United, and also how the management of a Ten Hag goes. Thank you, Jeffrey Cal, for hitting that subscribe button. You bloody legend. Get in there, Jeffrey. You know it makes sense. Guys, hit the subscribe button if you're just joining us. We've got 500 legends watching the channel right now. Wowzers, welcome in, everyone. Happy Sunday night. Plenty to get into still. Get yourself involved with the chatter. Drop a thumbs up. We've smashed 200. Get yourself involved and smash the old subscribe button if you want as well. We're on here every single day giving you the latest updates. Oh, thank you, Vincent Bullock, sir. Right then, so United insist there has been no offers for Ronaldo, despite reports that his agent George Mendes has mentioned him in talks with Chelsea, Bayern Munich and Napoli. So that's another update we've got through this evening, that Manchester United insist there have been no offers for Cristiano Ronaldo, despite reports that his agent George Mendes has mentioned him to Chelsea and a few other clubs. So we know there's a few clubs that could be interested in. It was reported that Napoli would be interested. I don't think he would go to Napoli personally. I think he's looking for something a bit, I don't know, not a rival of another football club that he's played for a start. I don't think that's the sort of vibe he's looking for. I think he would look to go somewhere else new if that was the case as well. But hey, look, there are reports to say that he's not really for sale. Manchester United are expected to keep hold of him, and they fully expect Ronaldo to complete the second year of his 2-year contract. He has got a contract at Man United. He can't really do much about it. He can kick up a fuss. He can sulk. He can be unhappy. He can, I guess, be a negative influence in the dressing room. But other than that, he's a Man United player and he has to play for us, unless he wants to get fined every single week for missing the games. And he's not that sort of player anyway. Ronaldo's going to want to play for his own personal accolades, for his own personal fitness, for his own personal conditioning. The World Cup's coming up, all the rest of it. So we don't actually have to sell Ronaldo. This is what people don't understand. It's like, even if he does want to go, just don't let him go. We won't get big money for Ronaldo because of his age, but he's worth big money to us because of his value as a player, because of his goals that he's going to score you. So it just doesn't add up for United to do anything other than keep him and say to him, hey, look, Ten Hag, the fact is Ten Hag hasn't even spoken with Ronaldo yet, really. Or maybe he's spoken, but he hasn't met Ronaldo yet. He hasn't actually gone and sat in the same room with him and said, hey, look, Cristiano, let's talk, mate. Let's talk. This is the plan. This is who we're signing. This is what we're going to try and do. Fair enough if you don't want to be part of it, but I want you to be part of it, mate, and I'm going to do my best to convince you that you should be part of it. I.e., you need to get that Europa League trophy, son, otherwise you won't have a complete set. You know what I mean? That's what I'd be trying to convince him on. We need you for that Europa, son. But there's expected to be a meeting with Ronaldo on Monday, which will sort of unearth a little bit more, guys, in regards to his wishes and his frustrations and what is best for both parties to do now. Is it a case that Ronaldo leaves Manchester United because, look, Ten Hag isn't even that keen on playing with him? Some people have said that maybe Ten Hag's style does not really warrant having Ronaldo in the top of the team. It doesn't benefit him because he's not the pressing player from the front. He's not going to be the right guy at 37 years of age to do it for Ten Hag. A lot of people have said that. Me personally, I think that he's just such a goat and a goal scorer that Ten Hag would have looked at last season and seen what an unbelievable goal scorer he was for United still, even in a shit team, and be desperate to keep hold of the GOAT. I mean, Ten Hag would have to be mad in the head to not want to keep Cristiano Ronaldo at the club if he's got the option to, because the only other options we got up there are Martial and Rashford right now. We didn't sign Darwin Núñez, by the way, folks. He went to Chelsea. We know that Ten Hag's interest was in Darwin Núñez at the start of the window. But sorry, he went to Liverpool, I mean. But we didn't get him. We didn't get him, guys. Zayn Miassi, thank you so much for another super chat, mate. Dude, thank you very much for the super chat, bro. He says, Pig, did you hear they want the Fridge to make a cameo in the new Indiana Jones? Like he did the Crystal Skull where Indy hid. At least you can raise funds from the film cameos, says Zayn Miassi. Zayn Miassi, what the fuck? The Fridge to make a cameo in the new Indiana Jones. What's he gonna be, though? What's he gonna play, mate? Is he literally gonna play a fridge in somebody's kitchen? Crikey, maybe so. I mean, maybe so. To be fair, or possibly, you know that scene in the Temple of Doom? You know that scene in the Temple of Doom where Indiana Jones is being chased by that big rolling ball of slab of concrete? Maybe they could redo that. Maybe they could redo that for new Indiana Jones. But instead of a round ball, it's a big square slab that's just like rolling down a hillside and just hitting everything and destroying everything in its path. That sounds like a good idea, Zane. Nice. Thank you very much for the super chat there, my son. Let's get a sue in there for saying. Mark Galodi says, Breeze block to retain captaincy. Jim says, hey, Pig, can you make Zane your moderator, then make him a United fan? He secretly loves Man United. He already is, mate. He already is a United fan as well. Aney Evans, thank you for your super chat there, Aney. Says, I think Anthony depends on CR7 going. Great comment. Yeah, there's a lot of reports that Manchester United would be looking to look at possibility of Anthony if CR7 goes. A lot of money would be freed up. Let's have a look at this then, guys. I've got a list here from our own Griffo Chaz, which he put on the website earlier, unitedflyandhigh.com, which is 5 realistic replacements for Cristiano Ronaldo. So we'll just talk about this for a moment. So number 5 is Anthony Martial. What you want about Griffo? Anyway, I'm just kidding. But no, you know, in terms of he's already here and I guess he could play as striker. I don't fancy that, guys. Yes or no on Anthony Martial replacing Cristiano Ronaldo, guys? What do you think? Yes or no? On Tony Martial replacing Cristiano Ronaldo up top there as striker in Manchester United side. We can't rely on that guy. He's got to prove himself, first of all, to even get back into contention and to even show the right attitude in training and the games under Ten Hag. Mark Oliver says no. Martial. Rory says no. And Nas and Chris and Patricia. Let him go, says JR. Don't think so, says Nick Knack. Okay, so nobody thinks that Martial's good enough player to take the job on. Thank you so much. Nice one. We've also got on the list as well, Armando Broja. Not Ambrosia, guys. Armando Broja could be a revelation for United. So this is a bit of a crazy one from Griffo Chaz. Don't know what he's been smoking here, bro. But Little Gims is what Broja can offer whilst on loan at Southampton last campaign. Yada, yada. Broja, nah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, who knows? For the future, Armando Broja could be a good option. Bit of a random one. Yes or no for him, folks? Yes or no for him? Don't really know if he would be available for X amount of money or whatever, but right now there are no links to this guy at all. But he is of course being linked, and 20 years of age, good young player. Yes, says Chicken. Yes, says Chris Barker. Nope, says Rory. Never heard of him. He is decent, to be fair. Well, he's had a loan spell at Southampton, hasn't he? And look, Thomas Tuchel is basically supposed to be having to fend off interest from teams at the moment. Newcastle United are interested. West Ham United are interested, and because of that, yeah, he's getting a little bit of interest on him. Don't know him, says Neil Walker. Yeah, Alex says, why would Broza join? He's a Chelsea kid. Well, there you go, just for game time, I guess. Maybe for opportunities. It is a bit of a strange one. Like we said, it's out of left field there. It's a random one from Griffo Chaz. Why would they sell him? It's a good point. But they did loan him out last season because he couldn't get in the setup, I suppose. Now maybe he's developed. Now maybe he's I don't know. That's a bit of a random one. Okay, number 3, Ollie Watkins. Now, Ollie Watkins is a good player, you know. But personally, No, not good enough for me personally, but he is a decent option, decent player. No, it just doesn't inspire me at all, folks. Yes or no for Ollie Watkins? Doesn't inspire me at all again. Not the right player. None of these players that we can go and get, though, realistically, just can hold a candle to Ronaldo. That's the reality. Nobody can hold a candle to him. We're just looking for melters. Next, says Chris Parker. Zamiasi, thank you so much for the 449 super chat again, bro. He says, Nketiah and Jesus will score double Rashford and Marcel, says Zami. Yeah, maybe if they go to the fucking brothel, lad. But other than that, they're not doing. What are you talking about, Zamiasi? There's no bloody way that Nketiah and Jesus outscore Rashford and Martial. In fact, you know what? They probably will. You know why? Because Martial and Rashford have been shite this last season. They're going to have to surprise us, and they're going to have to get back on track and earn their accolades and earn their credit at the moment. They don't get very much credit with me. You know what? Nketiah and Jesus probably be playing a lot. Rashford and Martial are not so sure. Maybe that's the first thing you said all night that makes half a bit of sense, to be honest with you, Zane. But even then, it's unlikely. Right, next up on the list, number 2, is Paulo Dybala. So free transfers, guys. Man United do like a cheeky little free transfer. We could do with not spending that much cash up front. His contract expired, of course, meaning he's able to sign on a free, which is obviously a great amount of money to spend, i.e. 0. But it's not 0, is it? Because the agent fees and the signing on fee would be large, and his wages would really be large as well. It would be a stumbling block because of the amount of money that's being paid, of course. But Man United, look, how much money, it represents a good bit of value in some ways. This guy's 28, of course. He scores a reasonable amount of goals. He's got a pretty good record as a goal scorer. We do need to add some extra players. The way things are going, things are looking a little bit desperate, folks. So it wouldn't surprise me. Look, if Ronaldo goes, we should strongly consider looking at people like that. But I don't think he's going to be the guy to get you 25 goals a season in the Premier League either, to be fair. That's just my opinion on him. He is a good goal scorer. He is a good player. But he's not, I wouldn't say he's prolific. He's got about 1 in 2, this last couple of seasons and stuff most of the time. He's pretty good, isn't he? But he's not Ronaldo good. He's not Ronaldo levels of quality. That's the difference. Ronaldo's an absolute clutch match winner all on his own. That's what's different. So, look, nobody can really replace Ronaldo. But yes or no for Dybala? Isn't Dybala injury-prone, says MK? We don't need more injury-prone players. Good shout, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I'd take Dybala, even though he's kind of teased us in the pastors playlist. Dybala's a shit stirrer, says Mark Wallace. No, says Chris Barker. Hey there, Kate Cadet. What's going on, my son? On Pogo Gamer. He says, these 3 are a good shout. Skamaka, Lautaro Martinez, Sasa Kalidazic. Yeah, fair play to you, my son. Vincent says we got 235 likes. Nice one, everyone. Smash the like if you're just getting in here, folks. Help us compete with the clickbaiters and the corporation twats by dropping a like. It's free to do so. Smash the like button. Give it a cheeky little feathering of the like button if you're just joining the stream. Hit the subscribe button, folks. That's the one that says subscribe. It's red and it's staring you right in the face. Click that one and click the bell icon that looks like Luis Suarez's head as well, because it's a bell end for notifications. Right. Okay, so Dybala's a bit mixed in the live chat. He's a good option. A few other people have said, I mean, there's actually a lot of players, isn't there, that have been linked. Some people are coming up with other options in the chat, like Enigma 47. How you doing, bro? He says Jonathan David. Yeah, Jonathan David, Canadian striker. Seems a very good young talent as well. Good talent. How's about a little bit of Skamaka as well? Some people saying Skamaka. Hey, there's K Slater 23. What's going on, you Don? Yeah, so Skamaka's another option, or Griffo Charles' number 1 pick here on the website, which is Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney is actually not a bad shout in a lot of ways. He's been quite a clinical goal scorer for Brentford. He's supposedly expressed his desire to leave Brentford in the past in a leaked video, and maybe he would jump at the chance of playing for Manchester United as well. Who knows? I mean, also, he saw a good little combination with Christian Eriksen when he came in behind him, of course, for the last few months of the season. And with Ten Hag's system, with Eriksen potentially, Bruno, Jadon, maybe Ivan up top with his raw pace, etc., could be pretty damn tasty for Manchester United. So price-wise as well, in regards to the amount of money that you would have to pay for him, well, it's not a huge amount of money that it would take to get him, I don't think. Of course, it's another Premier League club. I'm not too sure of the length on his contract, but it's another Premier League club who they don't have to sell him, I suppose, but it'd be hard to convince him to stay if Man United came knocking. it's again, it's not inspiring, is it, folks? We're talking about going from Cristiano Ronaldo to going of Brentford striker, so it's not the most inspiring stuff, but he is a good striker and he is a good option. So we just thought we'd talk about it for a minute there, but obviously none of these guys can hold a candle to Ronaldo. Cavalier, though, one player that maybe can at the moment is Lewandowski. And Cavalier, oh yeah, listen, if Ronaldo's going to go, that's exactly the player I would look to bring in. It's perfect. He's 4 years younger, but he gets just as many goals, if not more at the moment, based on the last couple of calendar years. He's ridiculously talented. He's obviously looking for a new challenge. But he's not coming to Manchester United because we cannot offer him what he needs. He's looking to leave Bayern for a new challenge. That challenge, I do not think, means challenge in the Europa League. I think it means trying to win the Champions League, trying to win other tournaments with other teams. I think that's what it means. They're all aged as fuck now, says Playlist. Brentford tore us apart, says Joe Snow. How long can we go, says ATTV MUFC. Dude, I don't know. I mean, we've got to obviously bring in... Do you mean until we sign players? I don't know. A long time. Zane Miassi, thank you. Thank you, Zane, for another one. He says, Piggy, you should have signed Oba and Lacazette. They are better than Rashford. We should have donated Lacazette to you as we pity United. Oh my goodness me, Zane Miassi, you're an absolute toolbag, sir. You pity United. How can you pity United? We've got all these fucking 13 Premier League titles in the modern era, my son. 20 top flight titles overall. 3 Champions League European Cups, my son. Arsenal Hollands haven't won the Premier League since 2004. You've also never won the Champions League, Zane. Sit down, Zane. If anybody's pitying anybody, it's us to you, sir. Your club is an absolute gash one. My goodness me. Like, we're on about, it's funny, isn't it, Zane? We've been saying recently, if we're not careful, Man United are going to turn into the new Arsenal. That's what would be said. If we're not careful, Man United are going to turn into the new Arsenal. That means we say that because Arsenal are a complete debacle, sire. And yeah, we are getting that way at the moment, but crikey, we're still not Arsenal levels of shite. And Lacazette, I mean, fucking hell, lack of threat. Bloody hell. I mean, do you know what's so funny is that you're giving it the pretty big bollocks about Gabriel Jesus. All you've done is basically just sign another Lacazette, mate. Another lack of threat. Another player who's just a little bit of a bang average merchant. So, good luck to you, Zane. But I don't think he's going to be banging the goals in for you like you want him to, Zane Miassi. Zane, thank you for your super chat, mate. Please pipe down. Keep your Arsenal propaganda to a minimum, sir. You know what I mean? Get in there, my son. Right, so there's a few players that United could sign. Other options as well. Skamaka is another player that a lot of people have said they'd be interested in. Yeah, I'd be interested in signing these players anyway. Christopher Nkunku is another one. Sorry, we didn't even mention him. Christopher Nkunku, he's versatile as well. Might cost quite a bit of money, though, because he recently signed a new deal. But yeah, there's other options out there, guys. So if Ronaldo does go, we should go and try and get somebody. We should try and get Robert Lewandowski, to be honest. But it's not going to happen, is it? You know what we should do? I'll tell you what we should do, though. We should actually register interest in Robert Lewandowski right now, just to piss off Barcelona, because they're trying to work with it, right? And if they don't want to sell us, or not, no, let's not do this, actually, because they will just not sell us Frenkie. But we should make it clear to them that if they don't sell us Frenkie de Jong, then we're going to have a pop at Lua. We're going to offer him 600k a week. You know what I mean? That's what we should say to them. Right, okay, so just on Ronaldo, folks. Ronaldo is expected to meet with, Ten Hag essentially on Monday. We'll find out more about Ronaldo, won't we? We'll find out about more of the situation with him and whether or not he's really, truly looking to leave soon. Or if it's just a power move to try and get us to sign new players. If he doesn't turn up for pre-season training this season, we can probably assume that Ronaldo's looking to leave the football club. If he does roll up like everybody else tomorrow and get himself working and training with the rest of the team, well, Ten Hag can have the conversations with him. We can make assurances to him. We can try and gauge the situation. We can find out what Ronaldo's desires and wishes truly are. Obviously, that's something that Ten Hag has to do. That's one of the first things he's got to address. I guess they've got to try and convince Ronaldo that the project here at United is big enough for him, i.e., we can win things this season. If we can win things this season, well, he'll probably be okay with it. I mean, Ronaldo, yeah, okay, he wants to play in the Champions League. That's a big loss for him. He wants to add to his stats there and win the trophy. But if he could finish the season with a couple of trophies, he'd probably be quite happy with that. But this realistically, this United side is not anywhere near capable of winning the FA Cup, even the Mickey Mouse League Cup right now, because we're just not convincing or consistent or good enough, and that midfield shite, the defence is shite, and all the rest of it. Ronaldo knows that. So he must be very frustrated that a month has gone by in the summer and no business has been done. He could have announced this right at the start of the summer transfer window, in which case nobody would have worried. Nobody would have begrudged him, because it makes sense. Ronaldo's too good for the Europa League. He's too good for this shite level at the moment. In all fairness, he just is. He's one of the greatest players of all time. He can walk into any team in the world and score them shitload of goals every single season still. So he does deserve better than this right now. So it's no surprise. But he didn't do that. He's waited until a month in, which to me insinuates that, well, he's just very frustrated about how the lack of ambition from the owners has been shown so far in the first month of the window. We could have signed players, we could have strengthened, we could have some beasts in here, but no, we haven't done. We're just going to sign Malacia. We're fanning around with De Jong. Eriksen can be coming in. What Ronaldo's looking for is ambition. He's looking for us to go and sign players like De Ligt, maybe. We need a player to replace that human fridge of a slab of a man. You know what I mean? He's looking across the training ground at Harry Maguire going, fucking hell, have you seen the slab on it? And he's the captain. Do you know what I mean? So we've got to obviously try and strengthen those sorts of areas. The midfield's terrible. Fred and McTominay at the moment are our best options. It's absolutely pathetic. So, of course, Ronaldo's worried, just like I'm worried and just like you're worried. There's a lot of worry going on. Ronaldo needs assurances. He needs to have the discussions with Ten Hag this week. Hopefully he turns up. And we need to try and show ambition to match Ronaldo's ambition. Ronaldo just wants a squad capable of winning things. He wouldn't still be here. He wouldn't have waited until now to drop this bombshell if he wasn't prepared to see what Man United were going to do in the transfer window, ambition-wise. As it turns out, we've done piss all so far, and therefore he's very worried that he's going to waste a whole year of his career again, just like he did last season. He's going to be very, very worried. So we've got to do some business. Come on now, United! Let's bring some bloody players in this week. Unbelievable. But he's going to meet this, Ronaldo is scheduled to return to Man United on Monday, just like with everybody else. That's the plan. So we'll find out tomorrow if he's going to be here and turn up. United will look to seek some clarification on his future, of course, in Ronaldo's position tomorrow. So we should have a bit more information regarding that in the coming days. Just get a shit ton of free transfers, says Rory C. I like your style, mate. I like your style. We could do a lot worse. Anyone watch Rashford's interview? Yeah, I saw some of the quotes from it, actually. I didn't watch it, though. Hey there, Chrissy J says if Ten Hag keeps the fridge as captain, then he's definitely gone. Exactly. That's another thing that he's got to address right at the start of pre-season, I think. He's got to pull away not just Ronaldo to have a conversation with him. He's got to go and get Harry Maguire in his office and say, hey, look, Hazard, sorry, mate, but you're a big slab of a man, and you're not my captain. Somebody else gave you the armband. I see the vision of this football club as this guy being the captain. It'd be a bit controversial that if Ronaldo got it right now, though, wouldn't it? Because, you know, he's on about maybe leaving. So we were talking a little while ago about Ronaldo being the captain. Look, if Ronaldo commits his season to us, then he should be captain. But, of course, this has put a bit of a cat amongst the pigeons with him wanting to leave. You can't give captaincy to somebody that, you know, doesn't want to be here. So let's ask the live chat then. If Ronaldo's not going to be the captain and Maguire's not going to be the captain, who do you think should be Manchester United's new club captain? Let me know. I can only think of one person that's actually deserving of it, and it's not really my ideal player to be captain because he's the goalkeeper, and that's David De Gea, and he's one of the only players to set the standard and stick to the standard and speak in the correct way before and after games. Nuts says Bruno. Bruno would be a decent candidate, I suppose, if he can get himself playing well again. Jimmy Iverson says De Gea. Ericsson done this week, says Eddie hopes so. Berber thinks Bruno captain. Yeah, Bruno. What I love about Bruno is you can't deny his effort levels, his passion for the game. And even if he's not playing well, he's always trying to give it his all. He's always, you know, very passionate leader, etc. Tad Bates thinks Bruno or De Gea. My Nan says Callum. Keno says Chris Barker. There's no one really, says Rory. Bruno says Amy. De Gea or Varane, says Chrissy J. Ulf says De Gea. De Gea says Jim. De Gea says Alex. Phil Jones says Dazdal. Right, okay. But De Gea's a good option, but we've seen goalkeeper captains in the past, whether it be Casillas, be successful, but it's not my favourite type of captain. I like ideally a midfielder, ideally someone like Brian Robson or Keno or someone like that, who's going to run the midfield and be able to marshal the midfield and also, you know, be able to be in the actual thick of it when you need him to be conversating with the referee or chilling out certain players around. You know, this is the job of the captain. And so if De Gea's down in the sticks, it's just going to be not as effective to have him out there. You know, of course, all these guys should be leading themselves. The captain's armband should be a status symbol of hey, you're a fucking don at the club, you're consistent, you're a great performer, you're a great character. So, hey, look, he could be the captain, couldn't he? But just on Ronaldo then, I mean, yeah, so we expect him to complete his year of his season. I mean, unless he really does kick up a big funk and get a sulk on big time, and unless a good offer does come in, because we will sell Ronaldo if a good offer comes in. I wouldn't even begrudge selling Ronaldo if a 50 million offer comes in, but that's not going to happen because he's 37. But it would make sense to sell him for big money. Hey, look, if you could, but because of his wages, it's unrealistic. The problem is that he's worth such a commercial amount of money to all clubs as well. United are making a lot of money just by having Ronaldo here, even though he costs a lot of money per week. Okay, so also MEN said that a few strikers that Manchester United could sign. They had Sasa Kalazovic on their list, which is he's heavily linked with a move to Bayern Munich to replace Robert Lewandowski. 6'7" forward, currently plays for Stuttgart, could be available for 25 mil. Also, Wout Weghorst, of course, relegated with Burnley after scoring only 2 goals and registering 3 assists in 20 appearances. Fuck that. You know what I mean? He came over from Germany with a bit of hype, but fuck that, guys. You know what I mean? Is that really where we're going to? Manchester Evening News, what you want? And then they also said Moussa Dembele has been consistently linked with the move to United during his time at Lyon, but the transfer never materialised, and obviously his current situation, he could be somebody who could be available to replace Ronaldo as well. So I would say no to them. That's just a bullshit list that they've got there. Not as good as the one Griffo Chaz did on our website. Shout out UnitedFlyingHigh.com. But hey, look, he could be, there's a few other options there. So many different options as players we could potentially go and get. Also, we had an update from Jonathan Schrager that as it stands, neither Man United nor any representative of the player have contacted Flamengo to inquire about a possible move to Old Trafford for Gabriel Barbosa. So there were some reports come out earlier that United were in for this Barbosa. We never mentioned it because it turned out to be bullshit. And that's exactly what it is. So just let you know. Also, we've got some more info here. 5 clubs who could take Cristiano Ronaldo this summer. Bayern Munich, makes sense. They can give him the Bundesliga trophy. They can give him Champions League football. He will get success there. He will score a lot of goals. Perfect replacement for Lewandowski if he goes. So he's possible. PSG could afford him. PSG could pay money to United to sweeten us. They could also do what no other team in the world can do, which is unite Messi and Ronaldo in the same team. Just think about that from a commercial point of view, though. If you're PSG and the possibility arises to sign Ronaldo, I mean, you've got endless money there, clearly, with that Mbappe deal and everything they've done. They got endless money there. Why wouldn't they just do it? Just to get Ronaldo and Messi playing in the same team. So I don't think Ronaldo would do it because I think he's more interested in a bit more accolades than just going to play in a French Farmers League. But they could certainly pay him the money, and it certainly would have every single football fan in the world tuning in week to week. I watch it. I don't want to watch shitty PSG. I would never watch PSG. Fuck PSG. Never watch them, even with Neymar, Messi. Okay, if there's a Champions League game on in the quarterfinals, I'll stick that on. But I'm not watching the shitty League One. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you something. If they had Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi playing and all the other players that they've got at the same time, I would tune in. Just because I would want to see how Messi and Ronaldo play together. And I'm sure everybody else would as well. So from that point of view, commercially, it could actually make a little bit of sense in regards to Ronaldo going to PSG. If they were prepared to do it, it's just on whether or not Ronaldo would lower himself to that standard or not. Next up, Chelsea. Chelsea has been linked. They're in the market for a new centre forward with what's happened with Romelu Lukaku, him being loaned back out to Inter, of course, on loan. Ronaldo's agent, George Mendes, is believed to have recently met with Chelsea in order to discuss the possibility with Chelsea co-owner Todd Boehly as well, which led to a host of clubs, and a bit of speculation also that we were talking to them and that they were interested. So, look, I don't think we'll sell him to a Premier League rival, so I think we can rule that one out. Next up, Real Madrid. Real Madrid is a club that has been linked to Cristiano Ronaldo as well. Makes sense. He's been there before. He's still good enough for them. From Ronaldo's point of view, wow, he probably should have never left Real Madrid. I've talked about this a couple of times, but I just think, yeah, okay, he went to Juventus. He wanted to challenge. He wanted to better himself in a different league. He wanted to get different trophies, different accolades, and he did that, to be fair to him. He did that. He had a successful time with it in Serie A, not in Europe, but domestically. And so he did what he set out. But if he'd have stayed at Real, well, he'd have got another Champions League, probably. Maybe not. Obviously, Benzema's been their GOAT since and stuff. But look, obviously, he scored 450 goals in 438 games for Real Madrid. You think they would want him back? I think so. I think they would want him back. I think they'd want him back if the option was there for not a lot of money. Who knows? But it's not the most likely of moves for him if he does leave. But I'm just saying they're an option, aren't they? Karim Benzema has been the guy who's been banging the goals in, but maybe he would welcome a return for Cristiano. Who knows? Don't know. It's not impossible, this situation. And then also, finally, really one of the top places he could go as well would be Sporting Lisbon. Sporting Lisbon believed to have a lot of love and a lot of desire to bring Ronaldo back at some point at the end of his career. I don't think Ronaldo would go to them at the moment because he is still too good. No disrespect to the Portuguese league, but Ronaldo is looking to play for in one of the top leagues in Europe at this stage still, and he's also looking to win trophies on the continent. I think, okay, the Portuguese league's available, but really, I just don't see it happening until maybe, I think he'd go play there for a season when he's 40. That's what I think he'll do, and I still think he'll be the best player then, but not now. So we've got 5 teams there, guys. Let's play the game in the chat. We've got 5 teams there. We've got PSG, we've got Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Real Madrid, and Sporting Lisbon. There may be some other clubs that are interested as well. Who knows? Some, Napoli's supposed to be interested. There could be some others, but let's just go with those. Have a vote in the live chat. If you think, where do you think Ronaldo would join out of all of those clubs if they were all interested in him? Who do you think he'd go to out of all of those clubs? Where do you see Ronaldo playing his football if it's not at Manchester United? Sporting, says Mark Oliver. Fair enough. Well, look, he loves Sporting. I'm sure he loves Sporting. He came through from Sporting. He's got affection for Sporting, but I doubt it. Bayern Munchen, I think you're right, Nut. That makes the most sense, doesn't it? Oh, nice one. We got another tweet coming. Let's have a look at this. Hey, get in there, my son. Oh, what? Hang on a sec. Tweet's been deleted. Let's find out another one. Wait, hold on. Where's that coming? Let's have a look. 2 seconds. Hey, there it is. He's retweeted it, guys. He must have misspelled something. Here we go. Let's get this up on the screen. Fab has tweeted, guys. Malacia deal confirmed. All signed between Man United and Feyenoord for 15 million euros fee plus 2 million euros in add-ons. First part of medical was completed on Sunday. Final part on Monday. Contract approved. 2026 with option for further season. Official statement will follow soon. Get in there, my son. So it looks like we have indeed done the business there for Malacia, guys. Get in there. We knew that was coming, guys. We knew that was coming. So the update on Malacia is, yeah, he's basically a Manchester United player. Okay, it's not been announced officially from Manchester United just yet, I don't think, because, look, they've just still got to complete the other half of the medical. But let's get this up on screen for you folks to show you the newest update that's just come out literally a minute ago, which was from Fab there. We can see Malacia deal confirmed, all signed between Man United and Feyenoord, 15 million euros fee initially with the 2 million euros in add-ons. First part of the medical was completed today and final part on Monday. I think it's a great signing, folks. I do. I mean, just to be slightly positive for a change, because this summer has been shite. This individually on its own, take away all the other signings we've not made. Take away the links. Take away everything. This is actually a good signing on its own. 22-year-old international for the Dutch side. Had a really good couple of seasons. Ten Hag's faced against him. He's not managed him. He's opposed him as a manager over the last couple of seasons and had his side ripped apart a couple of times as well by Malacia, which is why this guy is obviously on his list. Is somebody he thinks that can actually be a bit of a gem that can help United. Plus, economically, it's a fantastic deal for United. We've got him for absolute cheap chump change in the end. It's cost nothing, really. 15 million euros. That'll pay for itself, very quickly, to be fair. He's so young, and the potential of this guy is quite large. He's got the potential to go and succeed Luke Shaw at the football club. Whether or not he does that is another question. It depends how he adapts to the Premier League, how he develops. Luke Shaw's 4 years older. He should still be the first left back in the team. But Malacia, somebody that can come in, give us another option, somebody that's got that youthful exuberance, somebody that could progress and get better and better and better at the club. And under Ten Hag, we'll have that guidance, we'll have that support because he's gone and got his guy. This is a Ten Hag signing. Make no mistake, Ten Hag's got the guy that he wanted to get here. So I'm happy about this signing for that reason. I think it's a good solid 8 or a 9 out of 10 in terms of the quality of this signing. It doesn't help us with the key player situation. It doesn't help us overall with the rest of the squad. It's a good left back. We need to do a lot more. But if come the end of the window, we have signed a couple of midfielders, we have signed another defender, we have signed a winger. If by the end of the window we've done that, then Malacia will seem like an excellent addition. So, yep, excellent signing, guys. Get in there, my son. Absolutely fantastic bit of business from Man United. You can't really deny the amount of money that is involved here. It's just an exceptional piece of business. And, takes us on to who's going to play left back for Manchester United, guys. Do you think that Luke Shaw will keep his spot at left back, or do you think it will be Malacia? Have a vote. I think Luke Shaw's still going to remain the number one guy, but we've got Malacia here to hopefully take over from Luke Shaw, to hopefully give him a competition. And if Luke Shaw can't perform, well, Malacia's there ready to take his spot. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. The Premier League is a totally different animal, though. We'll see how he gets on. And also Tellez, Alex Tellez, the situation there is, I mean, there's actually some reports come out this evening as well that Tellez has indicated he will look for a move because of what's happened now, because of United signing in another left back, and Tellez is pissed off. Well, not necessarily pissed off, but he knows that the fact that, well, the club are strengthening in that area. They don't rate me. I'm not going to get a lot of game time now. Of course, Ten Hag's going to have these conversations when he gets there, and when the players come back. So when Tellez is in tomorrow, or these guys are in, they'll have these conversations and, of course, find out a little bit more. But at the moment, it looks like Tellez has indicated that he would like to move on loan, or at least go somewhere. FC Porto seem like one of the strongest options for him. Tellez can do one, says Tillen. Tellez has been okay, you know. He's just not a good enough defender for us in the Premier League. He's not robust enough. He's not, you know, he just doesn't have that defensive guy, the strength, you know, that sort of, I don't know what it is, the tenacity that we need. He's good going forward. He's an attacker. He's a Brazilian attacker, but he's not defensively sound enough for Man United in the Premier League. It will leave us exposed too many times. He's a good option to bring off the bench if you need to get a goal, though. I rate him from that sense, but not really a good fullback, other than just when you need to get somebody crossing balls in, etc., which sometimes you do need that, but defensively he can't do the job. We need somebody that can do both. None of our wing-backs can really do it all at the moment, which is why I'm excited for Malacia, because he seems like somebody that can do it all. He does seem like somebody who's got great offensive stats, but if you look at his defending and the stats in terms of like people getting past him, his tackles won, etc., it's all very impressive stuff, both defensively and offensively. This is only in the Eredivisie for Feyenoord, but still, you've got to say that hopefully he can translate and develop. And he is only 22, and he'll get a lot better in the future and could do that for Man United, hopefully. So, yeah, it's looking good there, guys. Get in there, my son. Malacia is done. It's not done yet in the sense that Manchester United haven't announced it. And also, it's not done in the sense that he hasn't completed his medical 100% yet. He's completed half of his medical or part of his medical. And the final part's going to be done on Monday. But look, the contract's approved. Option for a further year as well. 4-year contract with an option for another year. Official statement following soon from Manchester United. I mean, it could be tonight in the next few minutes, or it could be tomorrow. And this is why we get on and do these late night streams around about this time, guys, as well. It's to cover a lot of the breaking news, because for some reason, a lot of the news does come out between like 10 and 11. Around about 11 p.m. It seems to be when a lot of the stuff happens. Yep, there you go. James Shaw is a beast, but keeps getting injured. He's okay. What system do you think Ten Hag will play, says Jim Watkins? Well, I think he'll try and play something similar to what Ajax have been playing. I think we'll go maybe a 4-3-3. Maybe we'll have one holding midfielder and two midfielders in a 4-3-3. Just like somebody like, I don't know who that might be. Maybe that would be Lisandro Martinez. Or maybe it'd be somebody else. Maybe it'd be De Jong there. It depends who we buy and how the rest of the window goes. But I think maybe a 4-3-3 would be nice. More attacking style football, looking to get higher up the pitch, looking to set up higher up, looking to play with our defense on the halfway line, camp out, keep on the ball, work chances, pass it around smoothly, quickly, control the play, not just give the ball away, not be erratic and too direct, but certainly more emphasis on moving the ball forward though. And whilst keeping on the ball and controlling the game for possession. That's hopefully how we're going to set up under Ten Hag, and just play like a total Dutch-style football, where we're attacking, we're trying to win games in the right way, in an entertaining way. Yeah, Chrissy J, FIFA on tonight, my son. We're going to be on there late, though, but yeah, FIFA on tonight. Guys, I'll just take it a second to say, 556 legends watching, crikey. Guys, we're nearly at 60,000. We're about 360 away. If you guys are new to the channel, everybody here right now, smash the subscribe. Guys, everybody in the live chat, smash a 1 if you think the people who are not subscribed right now should hit the subscribe button. Because we're on here every day giving the latest updates. We don't put clickbait nonsense on here, talk about stories that are not happening. We talk about all the latest goings on in a concise fashion. We're one of the oldest YouTube channels in terms of Man United fan channels on YouTube, nearly 10 years old in January. So we've been doing this a long time. We also give you the latest updates every day. Click the bell, get yourself subscribed so you get all of the latest facts and updates in regards to Man United, and you know exactly what's going on without being led down the garden path with bullshit clickbait stuff. That's the idea with this channel, folks. So make sure you get yourself involved by subscribing to the channel, and also get yourself smashing the bell icon. Nice one, and we've smashed 300 likes. Get in there. Baby, we did it. Break out the red panties. It's red panty night. The live chat's got us 300 likes, baby. Everyone, thank you so much for dropping that subscribe, honestly, and hitting that like. Hey there, Viking Red. How you doing, bud? Thank you, Philip Chapman. Thank you, Aaron, for putting the FIFA stream in there. I'll tell you what, Aaron, if you could do that again at the end of the show, that would be amazing, pal. I'd be amazed. I'll pin that to the top there. Right, guys, Marcel van der Kraan has been speaking on Lisandro Martinez. We haven't even talked about Lisandro Martinez now. I feel like we better do. But yeah, okay, so Ronaldo, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Frenkie de Jong, yeah, nice one. Malacia's done. Get in there, my son. Let's talk about Lisandro. There's not too much to update you on. But Marcel van der Kraan's been speaking, and he said that in the next 48 hours, there will be crucial talks with Lisandro Martinez, Ajax and his team to clarify his future. So it's expected that we're going to have quite a busy week over the next few days, of course, with players such as trying to get this deal done for this guy, Frenkie de Jong, Christian Eriksen. Malacia is going to be announced more realistically tomorrow. So, yeah, it's positive. It's positive, but we still haven't got any of these guys done yet. We know that Arsenal are also talking to Ajax this week as well, and they will be advancing their talks and their negotiations and their discussions more than likely. They may well pull out of the deal and leave the path clear for United, or they could bid up the deal and cause us to have to spend more money in order to get him. And, of course, they could outbid us if we're not prepared to go as high and then steal the player from us, I suppose. So it's still not 100% for, you know, Lisandro coming. Earlier on today, Fab says Lisandro Martinez and his camp will be clear again with the Ajax board. He only wants to play Premier League football, so he wants to make a choice between Arsenal and Man United proposals, hoping for Ajax to let him go. Erik ten Hag's confident on the deal and pushing again. So excellent stuff there. Crucial talks. As I said there will be crucial talks with Lisandro Martinez, Ajax and his team to clarify his future. That's from Marcel van der Kraan via transfers_UTD on Twitter. Go give him a follow. Mr. Matty Rushmano, absolute legend, always helps me out with the updates throughout these shows live. Seriously, couldn't do it without him, man. Thank you so much to Rushmano, because he vets and checks and also gets great sources himself and gives me information throughout the show. So let's get some love hearts in there, because this is a team effort as well, to be fair. Mr. Rushmano of transfers_UTD on Twitter, give me a lot of help throughout the shows. Thank you so much, you bloody legend. Nice one, Rushy. Go check him out. But there you go. There's some quotes from Marcel van der Kraan. Sleep tight. Thank you very much for your super chat, boss. Nice one, mate. Thank you. He says, I'm going to watch Barca versus Madrid here at Vegas, and I have a sign that says, give us De Jong. That's awesome, man. That is looking awesome. I hope you get on telly, lad. By the way, isn't De Jong in... Yeah, De Jong's on holiday in America right now. Can't you track him down and go and convince him to come and join us? Thank you, Sleep Tight. He says, by the way, keep up the good work, Piggy. Thank you, Sleep Tight, you bloody legend. Guys, let's get some love hearts and Sue's in there for him as well. Hey, what's going on there? Tactician Tom says, I like it, cheese. Tactician Tom's going to be on my watch-along versus Liverpool, and also a couple of the other ones while he's here. He's coming in a couple of days, guys. Tactician Tom's on his way. Sue! Anybody who doesn't know, that's my brother. He lives in America, and he's going to be coming next 2 days. So wait for that, guys. We got Tomcat Tom on the channel, guys. Nice one. Yeah, absolutely. Big God Bob. Fabrizio Rushmano is the go. Absolutely. Barcelona said Frenkie de Jong is not for sale, says Maradona and Dino. I like your name, bro. But you know what? That's just them saying that too. And they haven't even said that, really. That's just what Joe Laporta said. And he's their he's their president, isn't he? And he's just making it seem like they don't want to sell Frankie in order for Manchester United to, you know, seem like the bad guys here, and for Frankie to seem like the bad guys, when it's in actuality, they're the ones who are cashing in on an asset in order to restructure things behind the scenes, because they've run the club into the ground financially. That's the reality of the situation. But don't panic about Frankie. It should still be going ahead until we find out otherwise, until if there's a big bombshell that drops that, hey, Frankie's committed to Barca, he's decided to stay, and the deal is not agreeable between United and Barca. Until we hear that, this deal is supposed to be agreed in principle and going ahead. So don't panic just yet. What I'm more panicking about is the Cristiano Ronaldo situation. That's the worst one for me. I'm more bothered about that personally. But let's hope that Ronaldo decides to stay. Let's hope that Ten Hag has some crunch talks with him this week. Let's hope that United show the ambition in the transfer window to go and sign some quality players and give Ronaldo a little bit more assurances that we will win some things this season. Look, we can't win the Champions League, we know that. But would he take the Europa League and an FA Cup? If we can do that, if we can convince him we've got a chance of doing that, maybe he'd stay. But until we sign more players, and whilst we've still got players like Slabby Maguire as our damn captain, that's not going to convince anybody, is it? Tactician Tom, thank you for the getting in. He says, I'm planning on appearing on a transfer update Wednesday evening. Extremely jet lagged with a beer in hand. See if I can stay awake for it. Nice one, Tactician Tom, mate. Good stuff. We'll see you on Wednesday then, lad. Nice one. Guys, right, we're going to get into a Q&A now. So we've pretty much covered all the latest news, quite a bit to get into. Yeah, Lissandro Martinez deal. You know, there's crucial talks taking place. It's, you know, we've got to wait and see if Man United can reach an agreement with Ajax. We've put a bid in. So that's all the updates on the players. If you just got in here, yeah, Ronaldo, blah, 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 De Jong, blah, blah, blah. Malacia, done deal though, folks. That's good news. That is good news in all fairness, as we see. Basically, another update from Fab that's come out this evening during the show. Malacia deal confirmed. All signed between Man United and Feyenoord for 15 million fee and 2 million in add-ons. We had, of course, him and his agent there pictured at Carrington this evening as well, in order to get the deal done. And he's also the agent of Frenkie de Jong, don't you know? So that's cool. And he also posted this outside the stadium also. There you go, guys. So, hey, look, obviously that was all business that was expected to get done. Malacia announced probably tomorrow from the club, may even be tonight. But right now, does look like he's going to be announced tomorrow. And he's, of course, Frenkie de Jong's representative as well. Oh, what's this? Interesting. Frenkie de Jong, we already have it here tonight at Leo in Ibiza with teammates from the Dutch international team. Right, okay, fair enough. So thank you so much for sending me that. There's a picture here. Gerard Moreno's just shared of Frenkie de Jong in a restaurant with the Dutch national team. Is that in Ibiza? I thought he was in America. Fair play, though. Maybe he was in Ibiza then. Oh, thank you so much there, Retro Demo Scene, for the £5 super chat, mate. Sue. He says, we get a Sue in the chat there for the guy. He says, we need to change captaincy and ground running. Bruno, David De Gea, Ronaldo. The fridge is running warm and all inside has turned and not fit for consumption. Yeah, basically, yeah, Maguire's a mouldy fridge now, mate. He's not working at all. You're right. He's more like a sauna than a fridge, mate. But he's a broken fridge, that's for sure. We need to get some more Freon in him, lad. And we'll better yet just send him down the fucking scrap heap. But anyway, yeah, I agree with you. Change the captaincy. Why the hell does he still have the captain's armband? Bruno Fernandes is becoming more of a candidate by the day. Look, Ronaldo's just announced that maybe he wants to leave the club. If Ronaldo commits to the season and decides to stay after he's spoken to Ten Hag and after we've signed new players, then I would say fair play. Let's give the captaincy to Ronaldo because he deserves it the most. But he can't really get the armband at the moment once he's saying he wants to leave. So if it's not Ronaldo, I personally would give it to David De Gea this season. I do think he deserves it, but I don't like goalkeepers being captains personally. However, who's the most befitting and deserving of it in the squad? It has to be De Gea. He's the most senior player. He's been here the longest time. He's served us the best. Last season was the most impressive, both in terms of, I like how he speaks about United off the pitch, after the pitch, how he's a realist, how he says it how it is. And I think that he's a great, great player who sets a high standard. So because of that, he would be a good captain. But look, Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo, De Gea, it's got to be one of those guys. Anybody else? We haven't really got any great leaders in the side other than that. Yeah. Right, let's have a Q&A then, folks. Do us a favor, smash that like. We're nearly at 350 likes. Can we get 400 likes on the stream tonight, guys? That is the target. It's free to smash a like. That's all we ask. So stone cold stun that like button. In fact, stomp that like button like Roy Keane on Gareth Southgate back in the day. That's right. Give it the old Roy Keane stomp on the like and get in the chat with your comments. We do have a FIFA stream set up for a little while. I'm probably going to have to get on there about 1:45 now, because we've overrun a little bit. We've still got 520 legends in the chat. I'm going to read as many of your comments out now as possible, so get yourself involved and subscribe. There it is. Thank you so much, Aaron. I'll pin the FIFA stream to the top of the chat so we can send everyone there at the end of the stream. Thank you so much for that, Aaron. But we're not done just yet. I'm going to read a bunch of comments out. And I'm not fucking leaving until we got 400 likes. Zagadoo to United, says Jack Newman. Zagadoo, do. I say yes, just so we can do that chant from the stands. Killer Boss says, do you think we overpaid for Ahmed with 40 million as we were planning to loan him out? Yes, we did. We got bent over there. 40 million quid. Why would we, for 40 million quid, this guy should be starting week to week, man. And in the end, he's just a kid who we're loaning out to shitty Rangers, lad. It's a disgrace. And now this season, is Ahmed really expected to play? I don't think so. I mean, I hope so. But let's have a vote in the chat in regards to Amad Diallo. Do you think Amad Diallo will play regularly for the first team this season? Yes or no? No could include that he's loaned out elsewhere, and it also could include that he's just not playing regularly. But I just think of, okay, we do actually maybe need him on that right side. At the moment, we haven't signed Anthony. We've only got Sancho, Pellistri, and Diallo, as I see, as proper out-and-out right wingers there. The left side, you've got Elanga, Rashford, Martial. I guess all these guys could play, but I just don't see Diallo actually playing regularly. No, says Sleep Titan Patricia. No, says J King. No, says Killer Boss. No, says Chris Barker and Batman. Maybe Europa, if that says trading cards and more gaming. That's true. We do have a bunch of competitions that we could put him in. No, says J King. Armand, back up for Sancho, says Vutinator. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Because on that right side, we don't have much cover at the moment, do we, with Greenwood gone? Not regular, says Neil. Yes, if we do not sign a winger, says Ninja Starman. Yeah, Pellistri's another one as well. There's a picture of Pellistri today getting back at it as well, my son. Anthony, of course, is still linked to that position also. He could come in. Some reports that if Cristiano Ronaldo leaves, he could get his dream shirt number. He wants the number 7. He wants the number 7, etc. So if Ronaldo leaves, he could have that at Manchester United maybe as well. Just being honest, says Tad Bakes. Chrissy J says Marcel wants to leave now. Ronaldo not paying the money for Nunez. Seems we missed out there as we're linked to no one apart from Anthony, says Chrissy J. Yeah, there you go. So Anthony would be a good target for us, of course, to bring in. He actually looks quite exciting. 12 goals and 10 assists in 31 games or something for Ajax this last season. Could be a good goal scorer for us, but also as a wide player, but versatile enough that he actually maybe would make sense to come in and replace Ronaldo if Ronaldo goes. Who were that band in the 80s? Frankie Goes to Chelsea, was it? Says 0793. Fucking hell. Hey, Pig, are we close to completing the transfer of Frenkie de Jong? Apparently it won't go free, says S said. Apparently if Ronaldo leaves, we'll look to sign Anthony. I mean, I guess we'd look to sign Anthony if Ronaldo leaves. That does make sense. But in regards to the de Jong situation, no, that's not fallen down yet. I think it will still go through, but there's just some doubt because of what Joan Laporta, the Barca president, said yesterday. Stirring the pot and just making it seem like, really what the situation is. Look at what Fab said there. We know that there's an agreement in principle for this guy. We know it. So we've got a 65 million fixed fee, 20 million in add-ons supposed to be agreed. Principle, agreement in principle. Personal terms not done yet, of course, and maybe not finalizations in regards to a deal done between the two clubs. But he wants to stay at Barca, but he's not prepared to take a pay cut. It's unlikely anyway. Barca essentially offering him a chance to stay for less money. So I think he'll come to Manchester United, to be honest. Who knows? J. King says Martial wants to leave. Well, if Martial wants to leave, then good. You know what I mean? Martial is not a player that we need to keep at Manchester United. If a good offer comes in for Martial, great. Only problem is he may want to leave, but where the hell's the money coming from? Where's the offer coming from a different team? Sevilla had him out on loan last season. They didn't want to take him. They weren't interested at the end of it because he was injured a few times. Didn't even score them a bloody goal, I don't think, or maybe one. Did he? How many goals did he get for them? 1 goal? None? It was hardly any. I don't think he did. I'm not even sure he did. It was an absolute shit show of a loan, and he's convinced nobody that he would be a good signing for them at the moment, especially for the amount of money that he's being paid. So I couldn't give a toss if he wants to leave. He wouldn't be going anywhere anyway, because no team would be interested in buying him at all. That's simply how it is right now for Martial. Would love Man United in the FA Cup. United away would be fun, says Noble. That's probably our best chance of getting any sort of silverware is the League Cup and FA Cup this year, isn't it? 1 goal in Europa League, says J. King. That is shite. So he went out on loan to Sevilla, managed to get 1 goal in the Europa. Back to Monaco, maybe for Martial, says Rory C. Martial can do one, says Batman Night Fan. Sell him and Rashford, says Chris Barker. Is FIFA on tonight? It is on tonight, Fitch. Yes, mate. We're going to finish this video in about 5 minutes. And then we're going to get on FIFA in about 15 minutes or so. So we might have to be slightly delayed. But yes, it's pinned to the top of the live chat. So go there after this stream. And we're going to do FIFA late night. Maradona Ronaldinho says, I'll die on this hill. We won't see Marcus come good till we play him as a striker. He's been played out of position his whole career. Ooh, I disagree with you. I've seen Rashford play quite a bit as striker. And I'm not convinced by it. I prefer him on the left, but... Let's everyone have a vote in the live chat, though. Maybe people agree with you. What do you think Rashford's best position is? Left wing or striker? Thank you, Rushmano. He says we've got 363 likes. We're closing in on 400. Have a like spike if you haven't done so. Johnny M, thank you, says excellent stream. Thank you very much, Johnny, you legend. Garner can't go Forest on loan as they've taken Henderson. Will he get games for us back in our team or on loan? Good shout, Brendan Mills. I think we should keep him, certainly with the options we've got at the moment, like McTominay and Fred. Maybe if we sign De Jong and Tielemans, it makes sense to loan him out. But right now, he's going to get game time. If you ask me, we should keep him around to try. Oh, awesome, Vincent Bullock. Good luck getting his autograph, lad. Yeah, good shout. Steve Wild, get Ericsson, Dybala, De Jong. I wouldn't be against that. Left wing, says Batman Night Fan. Left wing, says Neil Walker. Substitute, says Vincent Bullock. Wing, says Nut. On the bench, says Callum Gill. Dressing room, says Steve Hall. In another club, says Gabe Moore. Left wing, says Patricia. Going raw on Rashford here, guys. Nice one, United forever. Yeah, see you tonight for the FIFA stream, bro. Rashford's a proper left wing, not a striker, says Jaking. Same goes for Martial. We all thought maybe Martial could be a number 9, but he's not a natural number 9. You force him in there and he looked uncomfortable. He didn't look natural. His movement wasn't great. But left wing, running at people, that's where he looks more natural. That's where he looks dangerous. Left wing, he closes his eyes on headers, so will never be clinical enough for striker, says Chrissy. Yeah, that's right. Like you said, you're dying on the hill. Fair play, Maradona. I don't know why I can't say that properly. Emma K says Maradona, the bulk of his goals come from striker positions or something like that. If you look at what he did the season before last playing left wing, I think he got 11 goals, 11 assists, mostly from left wing. Left wing would be good, says J King. De Jong doesn't really want us, Pig, says Jonathan Gallagher. How do you know, Jonathan? Let's find out. We'll find out in the next week, won't we? If he's committed to Barca, we'll find out. But right now, he wants to stay at Barca. That's his dream club. But if they push him out, we'll take him. That's the situation. Lacazette's available. Gonna eat my tacos and go to bed. Thank you for enjoying the stream there, trading cards and more gaming. Says I'll 100% be back for the next one. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe, bro. Make sure you hit the bell icon and you'll get notifications then. Thank you, man. And drop a like before you go. Thank you, trading cards. Jim Watkins says, breaking news, Big. I heard somewhere Olympiakos is in for the fridge. Maguire. Sure, he would love to go to Greece on a permanent holiday, sunbaking in Mykonos Island with some nice girls. He's not going back there, mate, because he'll get chucked in a prison. Kate Cadet says, I agree with Johnny Gallagher. I thought you would. Maybe he doesn't come, but hopefully he does. Only time will tell. Nice one, trading cards. Alcom Mahmood says, bring in Antonio. Yep, if Ronaldo goes, get him. Get him anyway. No excuse not to get him anyway. Ten Hag needs to be calling Ollie and ask him how he got the best out of Rashford and Martial. True, yeah, that's true. I mean, Solskjaer did do well with those guys. A lot of the guys, Luke Shaw as well. Gary Aiken says, if they don't get Frenkie de Jong, who's their next target for midfield? And is it going to take 8 weeks to actually put a bid in? Probably Gary, but I would think we'd go for, I don't know, Ruben Neves, Tielemans, some of these sorts of guys as well. But maybe a Sangare for a defensive midfield sort of vibe. And of course, Lisandro Martinez is coming as well. So I would have thought if we don't get de Jong, we'll go for something like Ruben Neves, maybe. Any news? Haven't heard anything since early this morning, says Mike. Yep, looks like Malacia's done, bro. So that's come out this evening. Not too much else on de Jong, Ronaldo, Lisandro. Those situations are much the same. But we do have information in regards to the Malacia deal confirmed. This came out this evening. All signed between United and Feyenoord. First part medical was completed today. Final part tomorrow. Expected an official statement will be soon. So, yeah, he's basically a United player, mate. He'll be announced tomorrow. That's good news that's come out this evening. Other than that, not too much. If Barca weren't in financial issues, he's staying guaranteed. Yeah, that's true, Jonathan. But apparently they are in financial issues. So if they want to sell him, we'll take him. Sign Neves, says Batman Night Fan. Bring in Bowen, says Noble. He's a good option. Yeah, good option. I wouldn't say no for the right price. Stay away from Ajax Club, says Dabo. Nabry, says Steve Wild. Good night, Patricia. Thank you so much. Abhinav Ketapel says, why are United's transfer window always so rocky? It's because we've got a shit recruitment team and the Glazers are only interested in money for them, not actual footballers for the club. Sign Neves, Tielemans, and Doris the Tea Lady. No one will stop us then, says Kate Cadet. Oh, aye. 2 sugars, please. Guys, I better wrap this video up. I want to stay because there's so many fucking legends chatting here, but I better wrap this video up, guys, because I've got to get on doing late night FIFA stream in about 15 minutes. But thank you so much for joining. Mike Lee says, good stuff. I always wanted Malacia signed him off United in career mode when FIFA 22 was released. Nice. Hopefully he turned into a 90-odd rated beast. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this stream tonight. 492 legends still in here. What a great set of legends. What a community. Thank you all for coming in here and having your say. Sorry if I did miss any of your comments, guys. There's almost too many people commenting these days. No, we love it. We'll get through them all as best we can, guys. But if we do miss them, just understand I'm not trying to ignore you or miss any of them. Come back after this video is finished and get in the not live comments and write your comments in there. And I'll definitely respond to them when I can. Thank you all for getting involved with the community spirit in the live chat and and having your say and giving us your opinions and thoughts. Thanks everyone for watching this channel. Drop a like on this video before you go. We're nearly at 400 likes. We're 20 away. Is there 20 of you legends who've been waiting, lurking and jerking in the background to smash a like until the end? If that's you, do drop that like button before you go and help us get to 400 likes. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you drop the subscribe, because we're on here every single day giving you the latest updates and all that sort of stuff. Thank you, Trading Cards. Thank you, Alkin Mahmood, Maradona, Steve Hall, Neil Walker, Hoopman, Trading Cards. Thank you, Hoopman, bro. Have a cracking evening, bud. Eddie Trooper says, see you on FIFA. Thank you, Eddie. Steve Wild, J King, Chris Barker, Rush Marno, Vincent Bullock, James D. Owen Larn, you bloody legend. Shout out to Owen Larn for completing my Xbox games for me. Because I've got too many to do. Like with I've got to do the PlayStation games on Foot Champs this weekend. Owen's been there winning games for me, guys. What a fucking legend. Thank you so much. Don't think so, Jonathan Doppler, to be honest. I don't see that link happening at the moment, but Maradona, thank you, Steve Wild, Disco Dave, Jim Watkins, Abhinav Ketapal, Mike Lee, K Cadet, Disco, Chrissy J, Emma K, Stephen Kelly, Jonathan Gallagher, Bruno Martins, Vincent Bullock, K Cadet, all the legends of the channel, all the moderators, all the members, all the super chatters, all the chatters, everyone who's got in the chat tonight. You're a bunch of fucking legends. Have a good one. Malacia incoming tomorrow. Get in there, my son. Still shitloads more work to do. We haven't even signed De Jong yet. It's a debacle. We haven't been able to get Ericsson announced yet. It's a debacle. Let's get Martinez. Let's go and get other players. Let's convince Ronaldo to stay. Let's hope that he's not going anywhere. It's a shit show, though, of a transfer window so far. But we'll keep you up to date with all of the latest goings on. Make sure you're involved with the channel and by subscribing and all that. Cheers, Dale, Chris, Gabe, Pogo, STB Mitchell, Leo G, Rushy, Mike, CZ, Batman, and all the rest of you legends. That's it for the show. Catch you on the next one. You can follow us on Flying Pig United on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitch is what I meant to say, at Flying Pig United. And check out the website, unitedflyinghigh.com. And also, guys, check out the FIFA stream. We'll be back on. You're going to have to give me 15 minutes to get set up and everything now. But we do have a cheeky little FIFA stream set up. So I'm going to direct you all there now, folks, which is coming just around about, well, give me 15 minutes, guys, and it should be all good. So I'm just going to bung it in the live chat. FIFA stream. Go and check it out. Even if you're not going to watch the FIFA stream, help us out by going over there, clicking this link, and smashing the like over there too. 5 likes away from 400. Who's going to be that 400th liker? Good night, everyone. Good night, folks. Much love to you. I'm out of here. That's the end of the show. Back tomorrow with all the latest news. Stay locked. Keep your eyes peeled, and we'll give you all the updates as and when they come. See you later, guys. Good night. See you on FIFA in 15 minutes. There's the link in the chat. Peace. See